Hi guys, welcome in and or welcome back to my channel, Home of Chisty T. I'm Chisty T, and of course, as always, I'm excited to be sharing another DIY with you guys today. And this one is quick, super simple, but beginner friendly, all of the above, and everything can be picked up from your local dollar store or Dollar Tree. So let's go ahead and get to it. Alright guys, so as I mentioned, today's video is going to be a DIY. Now, I have been posting a lot more DIYs lately because I've really just kind of been in a DIY mood, which I've mentioned over on my Instagram at Home of Chisty T. And while the juices are flowing, I'm just trying to go with the flow and roll out all of these DIYs. So you guys won't see them exactly sometimes as I'm doing them or in sync. You may see them along, like mixed in with some of my other videos just to kind of bulk up the content, in all honesty. So yeah, I've just really been rolling with the flow, rolling with the punches. When the DIYs come to me, I try to just go ahead and do them, record them for you guys. That way I know the video is there whenever I'm ready to share with you guys. So in honor of that, and in honor of spring and summer coming up, this is the perfect DIY which can be used inside your home and or outside your home on your patio or anything like that. Now, if you've been following me for a while, then you know a little while back, maybe over 2 years at this point, I shared a balcony makeover with you guys, and that video did so amazing and is still one of my highly watched videos on my channel. So I highly recommend you go over and check that video out. However, my balcony is currently in shambles because at some point we will be moving very soon, and so I've been trying to get rid of a lot of things, and some of the items on my balcony were the first to go. So in the meantime, my balcony is gonna have to be a hot mess. It is what it is. It's part of the moving process. But the inside of my home is not currently at that state, which, as you can see behind me, my shelves are still up and a lot of my decor is still up. So this project is perfect for adding just a small little touch of like elegance and high-end look into your home. Now this does pair well with the DIYs that I've done on my channel previously. So let's go ahead and get into it. For this DIY, you will be needing a few items. Now, I did pick these up from my local Daiso, and I will just go ahead and roll the clips from that. So guys, we will be heading out to NAFCO today to pick up a few items, or even just to look at these items. I have an idea in mind, but I'm not sure if I'm going to get the items today, but I'm going to take you along with me. So let's go ahead and go. So guys, as you can see here, these are 3 flower pot containers. Now these are perfect for the shape that I'm kind of trying to create. I will insert a picture of my inspo here, which is from Lulu in Georgia. Now if you'd like to purchase their original piece, it's about $500+ US. But for this DIY, we're going to be mimicking it, but in the black color. So I will be leaving everything linked down below that you need for this project, but basic needs include flower pots of your choosing, spray paint color of your choosing, and then the tabletop itself of your choosing. And then you will also need this pack of 4 brackets that I pick up from Daiso, which you will see in a couple of clips. And then, like I said, I'll just leave everything linked down below because apparently I lost the clips where I showed you everything. So yeah. So once you have everything spray painted, you can go ahead and bring your items into your home, and whether you do this outside or inside is completely up to you. But this is where I'm going to use these brackets that I mentioned earlier that I picked up from Daiso. They come in a pack of 4 and include the screws. We will only be using 2 to attach the top bucket to the tabletop itself. If I could give you any advice for this project, since I have used it and lived with it for a while now, I would say to somehow fill the bottom of these and either use some type of something to weigh it down, such as sand or brick or something like that, so it's nice, more sturdy, or either use more ceramic or cement style pots. I just think it would be a lot more sturdier. It works, it functions, but if I put something too heavy on it, it tends to try to tip over. So I highly recommend just using either something to weigh your pots down before you attach them together, or using cement or ceramic style pots. You'll notice that for this step I use that little spindle tool. It's kind of like an ice pick. This is just going to help me kind of make the indentions for where my screws are going, because this is a plastic container and the screws are so tiny. It helps to have like a little mark to indicate where the screw needs to sit. And then I'm just going to go ahead and drill all of those in with my drill. Once again, if you wanted to just glue this down, you could, where you don't have to use any power tools, but I just found this was the easier way to attach the bucket to my top table. Using that same little ice pick tool, I'm going to go ahead and mark out the indentions again on now the tabletop itself. This is just going to once again help to figure out the screw placement once it's time to drill. And it just makes it a lot easier, honestly, when you're trying to put something in place, especially something so tiny as these little screws. And I use this a lot when it comes to woodworking in general, just because it just helps to just really get that placement on point. So I'm going to do that to both sides, and then we'll move on. Alright guys, so please don't forget, I know you're enjoying this DIY. I'm enjoying this DIY and it's gonna look great. But please don't forget that if you like this DIY and you like this kind of content, hit that like and subscribe button down below. Let YouTube know that you're enjoying this video so they continue to share this video with other people like you. Now on to the next step. We are going to use this craft packaging tape, which is the perfect texture to just kind of mimic that of edge banding. Normally I would use edge banding, but it just did not arrive in time for this project, so we're just going to go ahead and use this packaging tape, which you will see worked out perfectly and even paints well and absorbs the paint color really nice. So I highly 10 out of 10 recommend this if you do not have access to edge banding in your area, or you're just looking for a more affordable way of completing this project. And then once we're finished wrapping the entire edge, make sure it's nice and flush. We're just going to take a little X-Acto knife and go around the edge of the table and trim off all the excess so we don't have any like excess tape hanging over. This will eventually like just kind of get bent if we left it, so just go ahead and remove that. Alright, so this next step was by far the hardest for me, just because trying to get the placement correct. And then this is once again where I realized like I should have put something into the buckets to just really weigh it down. Once again, if you are using ceramic pots or just like cement style pots, anything that's a lot heavier, then you don't need anything to weigh it down. But if I had done that, it would have been a lot easier. And then I'm just really much of a perfectionist in trying to attach these to get them nice and straight, which is something you want, but I really just had to play with it a lot to figure it out. And then eventually I had to go back in and add a plastic glue that would easily bond these a lot better. So as you guys can see, there's a hot glue strand here from me attaching these together. I think I'm just gonna have to go back in and spray paint this seam so that we can blend a little bit more smoother, and even considering like taking some joint compound or something like that, silicone, to just like kind of connect the seams a little bit better together, but we'll see. For now, I'm just gonna add the rest of the hot glue under here, and then we'll go in and like finish it off. So the final step of this project is for you to go ahead and just finish off the painting on this. So as you'll see here, I'm just going to go ahead and paint our faux edge banding here with the black milk paint that I mentioned earlier. I will be leaving all of the details down below just in case I didn't show them well in the video. But everything you'll need for this project will be linked down below. I painted the edge banding, and then I'm going to also go in and just kind of give that top portion of the tabletop a second coat of this nice black paint. And this is just really how it turned out, and this is the reveal. Alright guys, so that is going to be it for today's video. I know you enjoyed that DIY because I enjoyed creating it. It was super simple, very easy to put together, and anyone can pretty much do it. If you decide to recreate this project or even something similar to it, or you have, please don't forget, share it with me over on Instagram at Home with Chisty T using hashtag Home with Chisty T so I can see your amazing projects and I can share them as well. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.